It blew me away on the real estate acquisition side. You think about like some of these people you talk to and like, yeah, they just made bad decisions. They were reckless. They were irresponsible. But the majority of places like are not actually like that. Like it's really eye opening to see like all these just curveballs that life threw these really good people that bad things happen to. And it really changes your mind of like somebody going through foreclosure in the essence of just not paying their bills, of somebody that had to make really like that Sophie's choice, like you were saying, of like I didn't really have a choice. Like my money had to go here, or I got laid off, or medical bills, or man, I see successful people every day that get diagnosed with cancer. And all of a sudden they realize that the insurance that they put through their whole life is really not covering any of it. Ben Askren, I don't know if you follow that, but the guy's been a successful fighter
Hmm.
and wrestler for his whole life. The guy's never smoked a cigarette. The guy's never drank alcohol. He's been the pinnacle of health, goes to church every Sunday, gets a cough, winds up in the hospital, loses both lungs in a 4 week period, and needs a double lung transplant. Insurance won't cover it. The guy needs $2 million. His support system, his network, the people in his relationships in his life, they come through and they bail him out. But like people don't think those things are going to come. And then the other part that I got from your videos that I thought was really impactful is we forget the long lasting impacts that have on the kids, where the parents have to have these heartbreaking conversations of like, no, you got to leave your friends, you got to leave your grandparents, you got to change schools. And now they usually have to downgrade, not upgrade their neighborhoods. And that trickles out into now like different circles, totally different mindset, totally different influences that are probably more on the negative side that for generations and generations now, like just the butterfly effect of things of just stopping that for a few $1,000s, like blew my mind of like how much you can help. And like kind of as you said too, it doesn't need to be a huge amount. And I love part of what you guys were doing as far as you screen the people before you give it to them. So you're not, if somebody's listening going, well, if I give him the money, where's it? No, like you're very particular about where it goes. And you guys make sure that it gets recycled back in so that keeps getting put out over and over and over again. So there's a lot of really cool things that I didn't even consider as you took this a step further that I think you guys are doing. That's absolutely amazing.
Thanks. And you totally get it. The way you described the ripple effect, like making the donation in the video that I created shows like a ripple effect, or it shows like the Energizer Bunny because your donation just keeps giving and giving and giving. But the inverse of that is if these people lose their home, the ripple effect is the other direction. And, maybe some people on your call had a single mom growing up, a single parent growing up. So they can really relate. Maybe they had to move around a lot. They've been that kid that has been kind of moved here and there. And I'm sure you made the best of the situation. And also, like you said, the homeowner never touches the money. So it's not like we raise the money and they get it and then they go buy groceries, God forbid. um, so all of it's done through closing attorneys. The money never comes in. It's 100% tax write-off. So if you're in a higher income bracket, it's like if you give $1,000, it's like giving $600 with the write-offs. You can even have the donations come back to you. If you want to make a different type of investment that's a little larger, the money can actually come back to you rather than us. So if you had a big exit, if you want a tax break this year, you can write us a check. We can use that money to go do good for a while. And then in an average of 2 to 6 years, that's what we've seen so far. That's when someone will sell or refinance or pass it on. That money comes back to you. Now, when the money comes back to you, you have to claim it as income, but you'll get the tax write-off today, which is great if you ever have a big exit. And then in the future, the money can come back to you. So for financially minded people that want to make an impact, here's the big thing, man. It's so easy to get completely and totally overwhelmed with everything that's happening in the world. There's not a channel that you watch that has all of the good news on it, you know? So you can get so overwhelmed that you just shut down. But with saving homes, you can go right on the site. You could see the family. You could actually, we only need another 3,500 to help the next family. You can just make the $3,500 donation and know that you kept a family of 6 in their house. You completely and totally changed their world. You can't change the world, but you can change the world for them because they have no other options. They don't even have family members to move in with. So I'm raising approximately $3,500 more to save their home. We have like 50 days to raise the money. So you can go there and just know that most of, if not all of your money is going directly to them. It's going to be reused over and over again. And you made a huge impact on that family. And you'll even get updates on the family, you know, as time goes by, like their home is saved. One of the kids is really into track and he's on a track to be a track star. So you might hear a story about their kid that didn't have to move and is now running for a college or something like that. So we like to kind of tie the impact in so you can kind of just see what's going on. You're not just throwing your donation in a black hole. You can see what's going on. So I would love for anyone here to visit savinghomes. You know, I can probably even make a special page, Nick, if you're okay with it for
Yeah,
you. And then
100%. That'd be
we
awesome.
can see how much came through the podcast.
Nice. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you've ever made money in real estate, you know, it's a good way to give back to the industry that helped you.